Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. I'm Mehek Dhiman, your host for the day, would like to welcome you all. Ed Talks, a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is why are people today opting for more unconventional courses? And to express her viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mrs. Kavita Mathur ma'am, Associate Director Academics, Vellumal Group of Schools. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. My pleasure completely being on this platform. And I'm so happy that you're doing such exceptional work exploring some really untalked about topics which really need a lot of conversation. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here, and it's a pleasure to have you on board and have a session on why are people opting for such unconventional courses. Ma'am, so begin with, ma'am, what are some of the unconventional courses? Because there were those were days when Indian students either opted for engineering or medical after the completion of their high school. So, why do you think there is a rise? Why is it popular? The unconventional courses rising these days, ma'am.
So, first, let me just share with you that the so called conventional courses are still very popular in India, both the engineering and medicine, especially from the place where I am coming from. It's a very, very popular stream. But having said that, there's a very old quotation that I'm going to quote that the only thing that is constant in life and that is change. So, typically, even conventional courses somewhere with life changing at such a fast pace, particularly as we've seen in the past couple of years with the pandemic. And not only that, in the past 1 decade, the changes that have happened in the past 1 decade, we haven't seen those changes in the past 1 century. And with every year, the multiplier force gets added, and the changes are much more rapid. Like there was nothing like Instagram and WhatsApp some 5 years back, 10 years back. There are jobs which are revolving around these industries. Talk about, tourism. People went and traveled everywhere. The railways were always around, the aircrafts were always there. But now it's a whole huge industry with multiple courses available. These are all now artificial intelligence, which is such a commonplace word nowadays. 10 years back, it was very unconventional course. Nobody thought, they would be encouraging their children to get into AI and AI again in a commercial sense.
Yeah.
Design thinking. These things. So, like, I think to be able to understand what is becoming popular, we need to understand what is unconventional, basically.
Yeah.
Something which is not accepted by the common people is unconventional. But as we've seen, even the most unconventional things become accepted over a period of time. So, what is unconventional today, maybe 5 years later, become probably so commonplace that it becomes redundant.
Yeah.
So, that's also a possibility. But having said that, you asked me a very important question: why is it suddenly becoming popular? I think the whole mindset of the millennial is changing. The young students these days are very, very focused on doing what their heart wants, what their interest is. And they have all realized that the only way to really succeed in life is to pursue your passion, which was not the case, say, 10, 15 years back. Now, passion could be anything. It could be hairstyling, it could be as simple as cooking, and it could be something as simple as making chai. So there are people who are pursuing because of multiple reasons. Firstly, unconventional courses give them the right to kind of explore their interest. Secondly, when they get into an unconventional job, they are able to work at their own time and pace because they're doing something which not everybody in the industry is following. And because they're so dedicated, they're so passionate, majority of the times you find these startups are a huge success. So they do get their money, they get their success, they're able to manage a life work balance. So all these factors are probably, and more importantly, I think a very, very important factor is that unlike the earlier times, there's not much stigma attached with these unconventional courses. Earlier, it was like parents could not conceive the thought of doing anything else except engineering, medicine. Humanities was like a complete no-no, whereas now humanities is the course to be doing. So
Thank
I
you.
think that kind of covers it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am. Moving forward, ma'am, uh, you were just mentioning why is it popular nowadays, and you gave so many beautiful examples too. So, ma'am, moving forward, do you think that traditional courses, for example, becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer, are they becoming obsolete, ma'am, in your opinion?
So I don't think the traditional courses are ever going to become obsolete. What will become obsolete is the traditional system.
Yeah.
We need to now see, earlier we were very happy with children learning theories, giving very good results, the marks coming in place, everything happening, and we're very happy with the results. Time is now when skills need to be there along with the traditional courses. If a student is coming out as an MBBS or as an engineer, he or she needs to be very thorough with what the skills are supposed to be learned under that particular head. I don't know if you've read about it. A lot of big establishments like Infosys and all, they all have their own training programs. They find that students who have completed engineering and come to them are pretty useless. So they create their own training program. In fact, I was reading recently, there was a company which said we'd rather hire diploma holders rather than engineers because they come at a cheaper cost and the training of these candidates is the same. So what I think, the courses cannot become obsolete. They just need to reinvent themselves, keeping the needs in mind.
Absolutely. Moving forward, ma'am, do you think that all these unconventional courses, the rising popularity of them is just another fad, or it will soon be out of the trend, ma'am? Do you think that would happen?
I don't think so. It doesn't happen that a course fades away. Probably what happens is the need for it goes away. I'll give you a very simple example. There was a time that there were a whole lot of courses across India where they were training these youngsters, ITI industry, into mobile technology. Mobiles don't need that kind of repair work anymore. So the course has probably uh, kind of become redundant, you can say. So I wouldn't say that the fad has gone away. It is just that it has outlived its utility. With the time coming forward, now you talked about a conventional course. Let's talk simply about MBBS. With AI coming into medicine, a lot of basic procedures will be done by machines. So it's not that a particular course was a fad, so it went away. It is just that it has outlived its utility. What with the technology and its advances, and of course, sometimes fads also, like there was a time when Walkman as a device was a big thing. So there were a whole lot of courses attached with it. Now all that is redundant. So again, I would say it's not so much as the popularity of these unconventional courses can be called as a fad. It's more like if they're not going to be relevant to the society, they'll fade away.
Very beautifully said, ma'am. Lastly, ma'am, what is the scope of someone's career after opting for such courses? These unconventional courses, ma'am. Could you give us a few
I
examples?
I think the scope is immense, absolutely magnificent. What in today's world is most essential is, I think every youngster needs to have hard work, dedication, and a truly brilliant idea. that can work magic. So I think the scope of a career after opting for such courses is very, very much there. The only thing that matters is that uh, the person who's pursuing it should have clarity and should be willing to accept failure, because success does not come to those who do not fail. You have to fail, like, you know, you have to fail at least 10 to 15 times to really taste what success truly looks like. In fact, very interestingly, I recently met a person who had left a corporate job and is now working as an animal behavior therapist. Somebody had told this to me 4 years back, and I would have laughed. Is there a job also like this? But he did a course on something called counseling for animals, psychology and counseling or something, and he's done, and he's doing a brilliant job because such is the demand of the society at the moment. Another gentleman in Australia had gone there for his graduation, finished it, quit it, and started a tea business. And he is now a multimillionaire and setting up, various branches across Australia. So I think the scope of work, the possibility of success is immense. It just depends on the individual. The more unusual doesn't matter. What matters is how relevant it is going to be to the needs of the society. If it is needed, you look at all these Instagram influencers. I mean, if probably I would speak to my grandmother, what irrelevant jobs they're doing. But that's the requirement of the society at the moment. And so they're really very, very successful, all these people.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, Kavita ma'am, for being here today. It was lovely having you here and listening to your viewpoints and experiences on why people are opting for more unconventional courses nowadays.
Thank you so much. And I hope this program goes in a small way towards convincing parents to let their children explore the unconventional ways.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, again.
Thank you.
And for all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you.